What's happening, guys? It's Philip Perry, aka International Phil. I'm here in Krakow, Poland. This is my good friend. Go ahead.
My name is Gabby and I live here. Not long, though.
Not long, but you.
I wasn't born here, right?
Alright, nice place in my heart because this is the first country that I was a professional basketball player in. So I started professional basketball player in Poland, in support, and I was just, when I met her, I was just talking to her about my experience first in Poland. It's a very different experience to what it is now. Thank God. Of course, it's many years later, and it's better now. It's better now than what it was when I first arrived in support. It wasn't very multicultural at all, and it was weird because I got stared at.
Like what time of the year you've been there? Because
it was
cold.
winter. It was very cold.
Okay.
And in the September here in Krakow, Poland, and the weather's been pretty amazing. Quick note, from August it starts getting really cool, right? It starts cooling down. I mean, in the summer it's really hot. It's really warm and hot here.
It's extra hot.
Extra hot, but it has the different weather periods, right? But it starts cooling down mainly at night in September, right?
Yeah, just when the sun goes down, it just like gets, like the temperature drops, right?
The temperature would drop. I'm gonna pronounce it, guys. I apologize if my pronunciation is gonna be off. It's
That's
Polish
okay.
zloty.
Yeah.
And it's literally for 1 pound you would get like about 5 Polish zloty.
I mean, it has dropped now because of the Brexit thing. Because
Right.
it used to be like 6.
Higher. It used to be 6.
Yeah.
So that's
like
why
2 years ago, that was 6.
Right. So that's why when you come in, you see a lot of big groups from Europe, especially in England, and they come here and do stag nights and hen do's because your money will go a long way compared to London. It's extremely cheap here, right? On Saturday night, with her and her friends, we went to a bar and we had shots, and it was like 20. I paid like what for 5 people, 25 zloty.
Yeah, and it wasn't like the cheapest place you can go to because
See?
we don't go there. You can get it cheaper somewhere.
So imagine 30, let's say 25 zloty for 5 shots, and big shots, not the small shots, big shots. You know what I mean? You take a couple of rounds of those, you'll be nice. So the beers are cheap, pretty much alcohol is very cheap, including food. And like she just said, it's different budgets, right? If you want to be a high roller, you can go high roller places. If you have a low budget, you can go to lower budget places. So depending where you go, you can just do some research.
Yeah, but I know it's always
budgets.
like cheaper than in the UK.
But it's not even close.
Yeah.
It's way cheaper than the UK, no matter what budget you have. Hotels pretty cheap. Also, think about Poland. I think there's more apartments than there's hotels. There is hotels, of course, but they'd be more expensive than getting apartments. You can get really nice apartments by the water with a nice view. Like I just rented a 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? And a nice block is right across the water.
People prefer apartments.
So
hotels are like for old people now.
Right. So I would say coming to Poland, Krakow, it'd be probably a little better for you. And you can come in and out as you want. You can cook if you want. You can whatever you wanted to do. I think it would probably be better for you to rent an apartment.
Split at some part, but actually where you live is a city center. Because you have to cross one bridge and you're by the castle, right?
Right.
So
Right,
you can see it from your window. Can you?
Right. So I literally can see the castle right here. I'm looking at it right now. So I'm really close to the city center, and for me it's a fantastic location. Especially like me, I don't like to really stay in hostels. I like staying in hotels, nice hotels, but like I like apartments as well. But most importantly for me, I want it to be chilled, because if I want to go out, I want to party, whatever I want to do, I want to always come back to a chilled and quiet place.
You know, like whenever friends are coming to visit me, they always take apartments. Like they never sleep in a hotel.
Right. So definitely apartment. All right. So safety. What would you say the safety is like for, let's say, young black or male, female, or Asian or whatever, someone that's not Caucasian.
I actually think it's safe. I mean, it's getting crazy right now because of the right-wing party, right? But I think it's safe. It's okay. Like it used to be bad 10 years ago, but it wasn't only for like black people. It used to be dangerous for white people, for like locals, if you weren't like supporting, for example, this football club but the other football club, because we actually have like 3 football clubs here, and 2 main, they're like fighting against each other like pretty bad. So
Okay.
but it's okay.
But
It's just like they stare at you because you're like tall and black, but they stare, but they don't touch you, right?
Nah,
They're not even
nobody
saying,
touching me.
They not.
But
They're not even saying anything.
yeah, but you know what? Me traveling the world, of course, it generally doesn't happen. People just generally stare at me because I'm pretty tall, and they're always like, "Oh, he's tall. Is he an athlete or what?" They're just curious. But the stares here are really weird. Like for instance, I went to Belgrade a couple months ago, and I didn't really get. I got some stares here and there. But generally, like, "Oh, who's that?" More here is more like.
Maybe they think you're someone.
So I look like either they think I'm someone or I look like an alien. One of the two. But just be prepared. You will get stared at. But I mean, it's not anything aggressive or anything malicious. It's just.
But isn't it like mostly like the old people they stare?
No, kids, old, young, women. Some women. I like the women
Oh,
part because they would stare at me. The women part was nice. So guys, if you're single and not Polish, I think the women are more welcome. What would you say? The women are more welcome to foreign guys.
Yeah.
Well, what's the Polish guys like?
Oh, yeah, they're more welcome to foreign guys. Just let's say it.
See?
I mean, women are different, but yeah.
Women, of course.
They
Women are a lot
like
more,
some like exotic parts, right?
Yeah. So women are a lot more welcoming and a lot more friendlier, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So because of her, my experience was amazing because she gave me a local insight. So if you come here, if you could find someone that's local, trust me, it'd be even better because, I mean, it's easy to just get a map. Everywhere you go, like my apartment has a map of all the tourist spots, but going on your own, you want a local insight. It's way better.
It's everywhere like that.
Everywhere, exactly. Everywhere is like that.
Because there are places for tourists and places for locals.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the main square, all the like old buildings in the downtown.
So there's loads of old buildings. There's the second oldest university in Europe. That's big time.
Yeah.
So you got the biggest square, center square in Europe, in the world.
I think it's Europe. Like I wouldn't go for the world.
Alright, let's go.
I think they have like China has like.
Okay, cool. So let's go in Europe. So biggest square in Europe. They also have the second oldest university in Europe. So there's a lot of history here, man. A lot of history. So if you're big on history and culture, this is a great place for you. There's so much to learn. There's so much to see.
So many food places.
Oh, and she's a big time foodie. So you know, I put on so much weight because she took me to all these different food places. So many food places. You can indulge in so much different food. The food is great. Even the Polish food is great. The Polish food is great. What's the pierogi? You have to try the pierogi. Ooh, pierogi is fantastic.
But we only had like 2 types. We could have 10, you know.
Yeah, but I still
like
got some time today, so we can have some today.
Okay.
So we got more time today. We're probably gonna try some more today. So there's different kinds you can try. Just experiment and try different things. The Polish food is amazing.
The Schindler Factory, that's a museum in the city, but you can go. That's like an hour and a half right from the city. You can go to old Nazi concentration camp, like the biggest one. It's called Auschwitz. Yeah.
Yeah, and the salt mines. You got the salt mines as well, which is
salt mine as well.
She's not a big fan of salt mines, but the salt mines.
Cause it's like you just walk around. Cause I texted my friends from the US. They were here like a month ago, and I was like, okay, you gotta tell me what did you like the most, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought like we might go there,
yeah.
And they said that the salt mine was great. So I guess that some people love it. It's just like you have to go down like really deep, and then you spend 4 hours in the salt mine. But you can lick the walls because they're made of salt.
Alright, so if you're a licker of walls and you want to lick some salty walls, go to the salt mines.
Yeah, but find a place that was not like, popular.
Yeah. And if you're licking walls, I'm sure other people lick those walls too, so just remember that. How far is that from the city? Like about
30 minutes.
About 30 minutes outside of Krakow.
It's
so
okay.
you gotta get tours too. Probably best if you get tours.
now it looks like you have to get a tour everywhere because we are trying to get tickets to the museum and it's all booked.
Right.
Like,
And also, if you do come here, try really. Of course, it's a lot cheaper to get things here, but really, if you want to go to the museums and stuff like that, you probably need to book in advance because, especially periods, summertime, I'm guarantee everything will be sold out.
Just the main museums. Like for example, for the Schindler's Factory, like I think you have to book it like 2 weeks in advance. No.
2 weeks in advance. So if you come in here, give it a couple of weeks and book things in advance for the days that you're here, then you can see those things. So generally, all the other stuff like the castles and stuff, like all the walk-in things you can do, but the museums and maybe the tours, book that in advance. Everything else you could just walk in.
That was Vietnamese
style boats. That was pretty cool. It gets really cold, but in the summer it would be fantastic.
It's because it was windy. Like it's not like we're not freezing here, right?
Also, you can go to the peak, right? The peak.
Mound.
The Mount.
We actually have like 3 of them here. That was just one we saw because it's with the best view. But we have like 3 or 4.
If you're a party animal, this is a perfect place for you. There's lots of parties. There's lots of bars. There's pub crawls. Remember, there's a pub crawl. You can get a pub crawl, even a club crawl.
Oh yeah, you can get it.
You could do all that stuff, man. So this is a great. That's why a lot of people come in for Hindus and stag do's because it's a big time drinking and partying city.
But the thing that you should have to do is like not go drinking in the city center, but go to the places that locals go to. That's what I'm saying. Because in the city center, like it's fine. You still get the cheap alcohol and the things you said, but it's just like you don't really feel the place, you know?
Right. So I would recommend. Most importantly, she recommends when you come here, go to places with the local. That's why it's really important to see if you can get a local here, a friend of a friend. There's always people that's been here, and find a local and ask them to take you to places that the locals go, because that's a better vibe. You get a feel for the people, feel for the city, right? And it's less rowdy. Of course, you can go out in the city center if you want, but that's where all the tourists is gonna go. All the same. You necessarily want to mix things up, not always go where all the tourists go. Trying to mix it up, and gallery was fantastic. What was that called? Motsak. It was fantastic. I'm gonna have all the list of descriptions of places in the description.
That was actually pretty good. Like
that was fantastic. That was my favorite museum so far. Was that? That was fantastic.
That's the communist district, right? Nova Ruta, and you gotta see that too because it has like a lot of history. So it's not from the 12th century, right? It's a new thing, but it shows the USSR part of the history.
Cool. The Ghetto Hero Square. This is Ghetto Hero Square, where there's a big significance about the square. It should do when the Nazis came and forced people outside their homes, and they had to only take the most valuable belongings, and a lot of the houses, whatever the bigger belongings, they had to leave, of course. So the square symbolizes that. So there's a lot of stuff, man, to see and do. And guys, single guys, women out here.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
They're beautiful. They're stunning.
That's true.
I'm sorry. And one thing I like
and
about
not
them,
fat, you know, like
they it's weird because the men look crazy, but the women, no disrespect to the men, the women look amazing. And they I don't think I've seen a fat, okay, no disrespect to bigger people.
Yeah, they're just like not huge, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't have that kind of huge people that you can see like everywhere in the US or whatever.
Yeah,
like
in the UK, no, I've not seen too many women out of shape,
they're,
man.
like,
Everybody's in good shape. Like I had like, big up to the apartment I'm like, I had the cleaning ladies, they all in shape. The manager, she was in shape. The lady that gave me a massage yesterday, she was in shape. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, guys, single guys, this is the place for you. The Polish women are amazing, and mostly they're super nice and super welcoming. That's one thing you need. You want to go so many places like these where the women are amazing. They're most importantly welcoming to other nationalities and all the people from other countries. So yeah, I would say that's
my like the best part of the video. Yeah.
It's a huge part and the most important part for you single guys.
How many days do you need in Krakow? Well, basically, I think from my point of view, but I'm kind of like, I've seen it, right? 2 up to 3 days. That's enough, isn't it? Yeah.
So
one is not enough. Weekend would be okay if you come on Friday night, but 2, 3, fine.
So let's say I'll recommend a long weekend. So a long weekend would be maybe Thursday night to Sunday.
Yeah.
Or Friday to Monday.
That would be like easy. Because actually you can go and see everything in a one day.
Yeah, 1 or 2 days. If you want to do like a tourist day, you can literally get everything done in one day.
That's why we've been walking so much.
Oh, and I've got the most steps I ever had. Oh, one thing also you got to do is rent the scooter, and there's like loads of bike paths by the river. Oh, it's fantastic, and amazing views. You could go through the city on scooters, which is one thing I loved.
Is English widely spoken in Krakow?
Great question. English, right? I would say it's a 50-50.
Would you? Oh yeah.
I would say 50-50.
Yeah.
I'll say
I mean,
most
you
people
have quite bad experience with it, to be honest. Because I thought like everyone's speaking English.
No, but my bad experience was when I lived in Sopot. Sopot was years ago.
That's
right. We talking about Krakow. I think a lot of people speak English. Most people, especially when you go to the shops, in the stores, in restaurants, bars, everyone pretty much spoke English. So you wouldn't have a problem with English. Everybody pretty much speaks English.
But that's weird that we saw, for example, a girl. She was a waitress in the city center and she didn't speak English, right?
Which one?
Because we've been to
yesterday?
I think it was yesterday. We met someone who didn't.
No, but the thing is, there's levels, right? There's fluent or there's not so fluent, and especially so you have to talk slow and remember that it's not their first language, so you just encourage them to speak more. They can't speak, you just gotta encourage them to. What's the next question? Question is, do they accept euros? The euro. They have their own currency. So Poland is in the EU. They don't use euro. They don't use the euro though. They have the zloty, which is their own currency. So if you come in here, just exchange the money into zloty. It's easier. It's easier to pay. It's easier to calculate. It's not like huge. It's not like huge currency bills. So just instead of coming here with euros, just change the money into zloty. You're still gonna have more money from the euro to the zloty anyway. Also, if you don't want to take out cash, you can use your cards. Everywhere accepts wireless payments, right? So you can use wireless in your scooters and everywhere.
Sure, yeah.
So you can use your card. All right, last question.
Can I pay euro? How long did it take you to get here from the airport? Like
how long did it take me to get to the airport? I arrived here too, but then it took me like 1 hour to get a Uber. And then I hit rush hour, but it took me about 30 minutes to get into my apartment. So it takes between 30 to 40 minutes. I think going to the airport from the city going back to the airport is quick. It's just going from the airport to the city, but it's not far. It takes about 30 minutes by taxi. So you can get a taxi. I would recommend from the airport getting an Uber or Bolt. So the question is there a location in the city where you're away from the parties because of the loud music? Perfect. And also think about Krakow, there's parties literally every day in the week, right? Alright, so like I would recommend doing what I did. I'm in the city center, but I'm just literally across the bridge in a quiet area. My apartment is quiet. I'll have the listing of my apartment, and I'll recommend getting an apartment here because it's super quiet. It's across the river and it's away from all the partying. It's literally away from all the partying and all the clubs, but it's not far. It's like what, 10-minute walk?
Yeah.
It's like 10-minute walks and you get right into the clubs.
Close.
So everything's close, but everything is far enough where you don't hear all the music, all the loudness.
And the city itself is not big, right? So if we want to actually go somewhere, we can take a scooter, as we did, but we can actually walk there. Yeah. You know, you can walk everywhere. You don't need to take Uber or whatever, pay a taxi. It's just to get here from the airport. But you can take the train.
Perfect.
Have fun when you come, right? Just use your time.
That's her sign off. Well, remember, be responsible when you come here, but have a good time. This is an amazing city. Remember, guys, live, laugh, love, and most importantly, travel. All right, peace.